One other bowl game involving an ACC team going on. That's the Sun Bowl. And amongst all the illegal aliens down in El Paso, it's UCLA 14 and Pittsburgh 6. That's with 11:15 to go in the second quarter.
I thought he was playing a racist character. This is like a parody. This man actually said it. I'll tell you his name. NC State radio broadcaster Gary Hahn, now suspended indefinitely after making a reference to, quote, illegal aliens in El Paso, Texas. People still use that term. He was announcing an out-of-town score during the Wolfpack's loss to Maryland in the Duke's Mayo Bowl on Friday. I still want to know, is this real? Hahn is an employee of Learfield Communications, NC State broadcast rights holder, was disciplined by the company. NC State athletic director Boo Corrigan deferred comment to Learfield. Radioactive, didn't want to touch it. Wolfpack Sports Proprieties General Manager Kyle Winchester said in a statement relayed by the school, quote, Learfield has suspended Wolfpack Sports Network play-by-play announcer Gary Hahn from his agreement indefinitely, following comments made during today's Duke's Mayo Bowl radio broadcast. While giving the score of Sun Bowl on Friday, Hahn said, quote, down among all the illegal aliens in El Paso is UCLA 14, Pittsburgh 6. Sun Bowl canceled its annual Fan Fest last week because the city's convention center is being used to house migrants awaiting immigration decisions, making El Paso a hot button topic for political commentary. That from the News and Observer. Hahn, the North Carolina Sportscaster of the Year in 2011 and 2020, been the voice of NC State football, men's basketball since 1991. Jessica, I would ask you again, people who are fans are sometimes rabid fans, including when it comes to college sports. And they don't like change. And they want things to go on forever and ever and ever. What is the likelihood, given this, really, he was the Sportscaster of the Year a couple of years ago? What is the likelihood he'll be back? Or do you think, because this is a pretty strong statement from Learfield Communications. Do you think that they've turned the corner and they're not gonna look back?
Yeah, I think we've seen so many times over someone wait for the media cycle to run its course. We have a short memory as Americans. There are so many people who have been caught saying terribly racist things, doing terribly racist things, and they keep their jobs because we're not talking about it in the press anymore. And some people forget about what happened. To say illegal aliens, he of course should not keep his job. First of all, seeking asylum is perfectly legal. Secondly, the term alien is a dangerous one. It's a white supremacist term to say that because people are crossing the southern border and these people are so different from us, they may as well be from another planet. That's a disgusting thing to say about another human being. Not to mention, so many people seeking asylum over the southern border are refugees fleeing conflict started by the CIA intervening in many countries across Latin America and the Caribbean. So to blame these people for seeking a better life and doing so legally, and to talk about them as illegal aliens, not even a normal part of your commentary as a sports broadcaster, just mentioning El Paso, and you have to bring this up. There are so many things going on here. He was clearly making a political statement, and it was a bad one.
Yeah, and there's just something about him, and I hope we can put the picture back up again, because I think you make a strong point yet again. This is not his first rodeo. He went out of his way to be a bigot, to be racist, ignorant. He went out of his way because this is actually not a mistake. It's who he is. And I'll make another point, because I think when you're on the air as long as Mr. Hahn has been, and you've been crowned Sportscaster of the Year. What do you have to do to get that, by the way? I mean, how many people do you have to be, offend and be controversial to get that twice, including during the pandemic? But I think in his case, you become full of yourself and you forget that it's a privilege, not a right, to speak to people. That you don't own the airwaves, by the way, neither do the colleges and selling all these rights. They don't belong to you. So it does seem to me that he's quite pompous, as you said, to go out of his way to make this political, racist, bigoted, ignorant statement when hey buddy, Why don't you shut up and dribble? Why don't you just stick to the game? Yes?
Yes, 1,000%.
It's that part. Can you put it up one more time, Jordan, please, the picture? Again, I had to ask the team, is this parody? Is this some movie about, a racist who calls the game and then gets beat up and, turns over a new leaf? Normally that's like something that kind of leads into the holiday, the Christmas season, like the Grinch, and then I forget how the story goes, but I think people visit this person and they kind of say, listen, this is, or was that what holiday am I thinking of? Or what holiday movie am I thinking of? Where they visit him and he turns over a new leaf. Jessica, maybe you can help me. I don't know. But I really thought that this can't be a real person in 2023. But it is. It is. I'll know. It's the one with Tiny Tim. And even that, all the connotations, okay, related to that one. That's a whole nother segment.